Hello. I'm slightly late because I have done something quite amazing. I've played a lot of Sea of Thieves, and this weekend we got double gold, double reputation, double everything because it's a Halloween weekend. It's fantastic. It feels good. And I made so much money that I bought a galleon for all of us to use. And so if you have Sea of Thieves and you'd like to play with us, there is a galleon there for you. I think I have to come online to like get it there, but if I'm not able to play, then you guys should be able to drive the ship without me. And we now own a galleon for 4 people maximum to play. 3 people could technically sail it, but it would be difficult. So we would have issues. But yeah. We would have to, it'd be fun. It'd be really fun. So, I'm very, very happy with my achievement. I feel very good. And I can't wait to decorate it as well. That's going to be quite fun. Welcome, everyone, to this tabletop stream. Not a Sea of Thieves stream. But a tabletop stream is, a tabletop stream is what you are here for today. Today, we are doing... Today, we are creating a character in a new system called Draw Steal. I am going to be taking part in a one-shot with a number of other people here. I think 2. I think Taters and Alpha are going to be part of it. Hosted by Aracheezy, which is going to be very exciting. That will not be streamed. But the creation of my character and my learning of the system will be streamed for your viewing pleasure. So if you'd like to learn about a new tabletop system from the perspective of me, someone who doesn't know anything about it, then here you are, and we can learn about it together. So, as I said, I know nothing about it, so we're going to find out together. I'm going to go first to the group that was created, and I'm going to go to all the links that were sent to me. I'm going to go to the Foundry link. Oh, wait a minute. I need to use my personal account for this because that's my Foundry. Okay. And then I need the PDF and I need the safety checklist. We're going to cover that as well. And then I need some concept art. Okay, so there's some concept art. Oh, I'm very excited. Guys, I don't think you understand. I am a GM. I am in charge of things, usually. It's a role that I really enjoy. I love being a guide. I am an educator by profession, and so I love to teach. I love to show people things. I love to disseminate information. So a GM is a perfect fit for me. I really, really enjoy the job. But man, if I love being a player too. I love handing over the reins to someone else because I know that it's so much work being a GM. It's so much work. And I really like just chilling and being able to fully immerse myself in someone else's creation every once in a while. And I don't get that very often. Luckily, I have players who really make it fun for me to be a GM. And they don't make me feel like I'm working for nothing. And they don't make me feel like I'm working very hard at all sometimes. Like, they often take the reins quite well. So I'm very thankful for that. But it's different when you're, like, actually a player, you know? So I would really, really, really love to be a player. And now I get the chance to do so. So, this is what we're doing today. And I'm going to check what I've downloaded here. I'm just going to make a new folder quickly. Under Documents. This is going to be... Do I have a folder for TTRPG? No, I don't. Okay, let's make a folder for TTRPGs. And this will be Draw Steal. Cool. And I will download... I will put all of this into Draw Steal. I'm just moving my files around. I'll get to you guys in a second. Just be patient. We're going to open that up, and we're going to open that up as well. Okay. Oh, it's written like, it's written like D&D. It's written like Unearthed Arcana. That's pretty cool. Okay. Right. First things first. I'm going to catch up on chat. I'm going to greet you guys. Please note that no matter how you are engaging with this content, that you are very welcome here. Make sure that make sure you give the video some love as well. Do the likes and stuff, and share with your friends and do all that stuff. That'd be quite fun. We're over 300 subscribers now, which is like freaking insane. That's awesome. Love that. And we're getting into the 80s in the members in our community right now, which is awesome. So, although, you know, every now and then you get a new person who's already had an account in there, and we start racking those up. So maybe realistically more like 60 to 70. So yeah, this is going quite well, and I'm really happy that you guys are here for it. Let me know your mental health out of 10, your physical health out of 10. I'd love to know. And yeah, let me see who's around. We got Taters, Alferg, Aracheesy, Tony, Salakin. Nice. Rain. Very good. Nice to see you guys. Too busy playing Sea of Thieves to stream. Oh, did I jump scare you, Salakin? I apologize. I've already got a galleon and a brig and a sloop. Okay. I mean, congrats. Did you say that at the same time as me going like, I'm so proud of my achievement, I worked so hard, and then you were like, actually, I have all 3 already, so, bleh. Was that the intention? I just want to make sure. I'm grinding to buy a sloop to captain. I'm at 200k. We grinded so quickly this weekend. It wasn't a grind at all. It was fun. It was amazing. It was just missions. It's double, it's double everything in the weekend. So just go. And you go to the islands that have like flames coming out of a tower at the top, a man-made tower. You go down to the bottom, you solve that puzzle. You get yourself hundreds of thousands of gold if you are a high rank with the gold hoarders. And that's what you do there. It is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. You should do that. Okay. Okay, you're just bragging. Well, good job. Do you actually have, like, all 3 of those ships? Because if so, that's sick. Nice. Okay, it's currently a Patreon thingy, and the system is very work in progress, so they don't really want for the PDF to be too much out there in the world. Okay, cool. All right. So I will not be spreading this around. We're just going to be reading about it together, and this will be the only place that you find out about it. So we're quite exclusive here on the Everything GM broadcast, and this is what we're going to do today. So, without further ado, hello, friends. And...
hello.
Yes. I believe Taters is here to piggyback off of the knowledge that I'm about to receive today. And,
is too.
And so is Alferg. So we are here together. Right. I'm going to begin.
Why I had to tattle like a child.
All right, so let me. What should I start with? Should I do the tabletop safety checklist quickly, just so we can start that? It's gonna be very easy for me. It's gonna be very, very easy for me. Okay, so this is something that I think is very important for other people to do and use. Is you don't have to use this particular. This is not something that you have to use in particular. Like, you don't have to use it specifically. But I would, at the very least, run through any hard lines for you, any soft lines, things like that. So the way that a lot of people, define things is the way that this sheet defines things, and it classifies it into 3 types. What kind of boundary you have? Is it a line or a veil? A line is a hard do not push, like this is a limit for me. And a veil is something that's like, you're open to discussion about it. It's not a hard no, it's a maybe. Try and avoid it if possible, but if you want to add it into the story, we can talk about it together. That's a veil. And then not my PC is the third one that this sheet has included, which is not for my, like, it's okay if it happens to other people, but not to me. So some people have, like, certain injuries are, like, cool if it happens to other people, like they're comfortable with it, but they're not comfortable if it happens to their PC. That's totally fine. I really, really urge, whenever you play a tabletop campaign, that this happens first. It's one of the most important things that you should do for anyone. Always. It not only is it important in and of itself, but it also establishes a channel of communication that makes you You get to know each other. You learn what your like weaknesses are and what your strengths are and like what your preferences are as well. It's great. It's really, really cool. I know I have a brig and a sloop. Can't remember the galleon, but I'm pretty sure I got one. That's very, very impressive. Thanks for stealing my moment as well. It was cool. I enjoyed that. Hello, Thomas. 2 out of 10. I went out yesterday. No, today, depending on how you define it. It spanned across. Oh, wow. That's why you're a 2 out of 10. Okay. All right. Cool. Go get a hangover cure and enjoy the stream. Okay. Playing a game on Roblox. I hate playing with my friend. Aw. I'm sorry. Why do you play with them if you hate it then? What did you name your galleon? What did we name our galleon, friend? I'll give it up to Ash because she's the one who named it. So Ash, what is the name of our...
name?
Best.
The Naughty Lass.
The Naughty Lass is the name of our ship. That is the name of our ship. I want to fight the hardest boss, but we keep. You say lying. I'm assuming you're saying. I'm assuming you're trying to say dying. And if that's the case, take a break. If you keep dying, it's not your friend's fault.
Yep.
It's totally okay. Take a break, let your brain process it, and then come back to it later. That's how it works. Alrighty. So, let's get into the safety checklist first. I think that's probably a good idea. So, I'm going to shrink myself.
I was also
going to
add on the topic of the checklist. It's a
Yes.
great way to like touch base with your players, blah blah blah, like you said. Absolutely. It's also something like a lot of people are like, but it's awkward. I don't want. You save yourself so many
much
more awkward or awful
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
By
it's
just
not
just doing it up front.
It is so much more awkward to handle it after the fact, after it's already happened. It's way better to just check the stuff beforehand. And if you're looking at this list and you're like, this is so much stuff, yeah, people are diverse. A lot of people have different tastes and different interests and different, like, some people have just straight up phobias, as we will see. So, by the way, for anyone, I'm sure this will have some kind of trigger word for Sylv here, because Sylv does have a phobia with this kind of stuff. So, I'm going to read them out. And if you can do it on your own, like Taters and Alfberg, if you're available to do this, you can have this offline as well, and you can like check this as we go. But for me, this is going to be very, very easy. This is a list of topics and themes that people often consider with care or eliminate from the fiction entirely during tabletop games. It doesn't anticipate every topical theme or every iteration of a topical theme, so feel free to add your own and use the notes column as needed to provide more context. To use the checklist, check the line or veil box in any row if the topic theme is a hard line or a veil. So if it's a hard line, it should not exist in the world. If it's a veil, it can exist in the world, but it shouldn't be described or role-played and remains off screen. Oh, okay. And also, I think a veil also covers the ideas that, like, maybe you can broach it if you discuss with the person beforehand, but it needs discussion. You can also mark not my PC for any topic or theme that you're fine with having in the story as long as it doesn't impact your character. Right, here we go. Apocalypses, blood, body horror, demons, gore, injury to certain body parts, mind control, serial killers, vampire, zombies. I'm good. Abduction, bugs, rats, snakes, spiders, claustrophobia, dehydration, drowning, hypothermia, involuntary commitment, fire, starvation, suffocation, domestic violence, sexual violence, gaslighting. Also, fine. I have none of these. I'm lucky enough to have none of these traumas too badly. Any traumatic experiences that I have, I'm very fortunate to have not taken anything that will, have any like flashbacks or anything like that, so I'm fine with all of that as well. Imperialism and or colonialism. Do people not like having imperialism in their games? Like as a narrative device? That's interesting. That's an interesting one. Military violence or aggression. I get this one. Police violence or aggression, prison, terrorism, torture, or trypophobia. This is a weird one to have right at the end of all of this stuff. I think it's also just because it's part of fears and traumas, I guess.
It's
part of the same thing.
It's alphabetical.
Oh, it's alphabetical. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was like,
GM.
prison, terrorism, imperialism, and then fear of holes. Anyway, yes, I'm fine with all of these. This is cool. All right, hate speech, discrimination, or violence based on disability, gender, heritage, land of origin, race or ancestry, religion, sexuality, weight, or size. Again, fine with all of these. actually quite enjoy exploring a lot of these in narratives. Maturely handled, of course, but I actually quite like sort of delving into the more difficult stuff as a player. I really enjoy that kind of narrative. Health and body. Addiction, alcohol, amputation, cancer, dementia, drugs, insanity, mental illness, paralysis, PTSD, self-harm, smoking, suicide, vehicle crash, or vomiting. Yeah, again, fine with all of these. Pregnancy, abortion, childbirth, miscarriage, pregnancy complications, and stillbirth. I'm fine. Threats to animals, children, or elders. Also fine. Harm or violence to animals, children, or elders. Natural disasters. Earthquake, flood, storm, tsunami, or wildfire. Romance, light flirting, horny flirting between PCs, between NPCs, between PCs and NPCs. Okay.
That would never happen.
So I'm gonna be honest here. It's not something that I do in my games. Like horny flirting it's really only something that I do as a joke. But
I've never done that in my life.
I don't really do like okay, we're not being facetious here, all right? We're having like a full unironic conversation. When I do romance in roleplay, it's very rarely like explicit. I don't do like erotic roleplay or whatever. I genuinely think this would be my only one. I thought that I would say I'm fine to all of these, but I think my only one is like I'm not here to like, you know, make porn, you know? Like that's not my goal. I think that would be literally my only thing. Yeah. Okay, so that, I mean, I guess I don't know if it's even necessary to check it though, because I don't know if anyone here is going to do it, so I'll just let you know. But I think like I would put this here. I'm just going to say porn. And I'll say that's a line for me. But again, like it would be like let's call it graphic.
There's like sexual content just above you.
Ah, there's sexual content. Okay, cool. See, the thing is, but I'm okay with it. But I think for notes, I would say only if...
Not my PC.
No. I'm okay. Like, I'm okay if my PC, like, has sex with other characters or whatever. But I would...
Fade to black.
Yeah. I'm even...
Yeah, so that's like a veil.
No description.
Yeah, I would say only if...
Off screen.
Not overly gratuitous. That would be my line there. Yeah. I'm okay with my PC having like romantic attraction and relationships with other PCs, but I don't. Yeah, like I said, I'm not here to write erotic fiction. That's definitely a thing for me. Cool. Wow. I'm so interested. I thought I was going to say nothing to this. Anyway, jokes about sex or genitalia, kissing, having sex between PCs and NPCs. Okay, fine. Yeah. This is literally my only one. Everything else is perfectly fine. So I'm going to give this a save.
For anybody watching who is like, "Oh man, I checked so I personally, me, Taters, I'm checking so many of them." And that is fully okay. Everybody.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah.
There's no harm. In fact,
you
it's
like
the
don't need
opposite
to
of
have
harm.
like some traumatic experience. You can just be, I don't want to have that in this group.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm heavily traumatized by this, and therefore it will trigger me if I see it. It may just be like, I'm not interested in telling this kind of story. It can be as simple as that. Yeah. Does the chart allow you to rate something positively so that it comes up more frequently? That's an interesting question, and I don't think this one is designed for that. But if you see something that maybe triggers that kind of question for you, maybe you can tell the GM like, hey, I actually quite like this. I want to explore this more. So that might be interesting. Yeah.
I think for like that, you kind of want to probably discuss it with the whole group.
Yeah.
If you want to go with
I feel like that's like part of setting
that would be,
expectations.
That would be part of like the session 0, I think. Like if you were to say, hey, I actually quite like this kind of content and I want to see more of it. Yeah. Okay, cool. That was the safety checklist. Awesome. Yeah, like Taters was saying, it's however many things you check here are completely and equally valid. Everyone's experience is different. Just because I don't have any triggers that I know of does not mean that you don't have to. It's not setting a standard for anything. In fact, I'm probably more in the minority for not having these than anyone else. I would say almost everyone has at least one of these. I don't think anyone can say
I have more than you.
Yeah. I think Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm good. Cool. But anything else, like any of the rough stuff, really this is only just because I don't have an interest in it, but any of the rough stuff I'm totally fine with doing. Okay. Let's move on to the draw steal rules. So, I think I'm going to start by reading just the quick blurb, and then we'll look at some other stuff. So this might take a while for me to get through, so bear with me, and we'll see.
I will say, if from introductions you want to, if you don't want to read all of it,
I would love some
there's
help. Yeah.
a paragraph called "If you're coming from D20 Fantasy," and I think it's very important to read that because it kind of goes over some major differences.
Okay, cool. All right.
Like,
I do want to read the
also
intro,
cool,
but I think, I think I'll read the intro, and then when we get to the actual mechanics, then you can teach me about that as we go, as I create the character. But I'd like to read the intro. So here we go. What is this game? This is a game about fighting monsters, about larger-than-life, extraordinary heroes plunging into battle against terrifying, monstrous enemies. Cool. That covers a lot. So let's get specific and talk about what this game is and what it's not. This game will absolutely feature dungeons. Ancient underground complexes filled with ravenous undead or creeping oozes, but it isn't a dungeon crawler. It's not about clearing rooms. It's not a survival horror game where you must track light and food and the weight of every object you carry. You can fight monsters in a dungeon.
Goodness.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the game is not about dungeons.
Too much math.
Lots of games focus on that gameplay and do it really well, like Shadowdark. It's not a wilderness exploration game, aka a hex crawl. It's not about surviving in extreme weather, getting lost, or trying to navigate your way back to safety. You can fight monsters in the wilderness, even run a whole campaign in the wilderness, but this game is not about the wilderness. We love games that focus on that fantasy, like Forbidden Lands. You can run adventures with horror themes, but this is not a horror role-playing game like Call of Cthulhu. Your sessions can and will feature comedy, but this isn't a comedy RPG like Paranoia. I mean, I'll be charitable. It sounds like they're just going, it feels like they're leading to we are everything, but we'll see. We genuinely love all these games, but we love them because they focus on specific genres of gameplay and deliver on them really well. Our game is heroic fantasy. That is its genre. Extraordinary people fighting dragons and necromancers. Oh, okay. So just classic RPG.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go, hey, if you want to play this game, here's some cool games you can play.
Yeah. But heroic fantasy is still a little too broad for our purposes, so we added 2 other keywords to explain how our game might be different from other games in this genre: tactical and cinematic. I'm a fan of both of these words. I love both of this. This is great. A tactical and cinematic heroic fantasy is what drew me to Daggerheart. Not to beat a dead horse, and just in case anyone else knows that I don't love the idea of Daggerheart, but yeah. These terms are just guidelines, a vibe, but we find them useful when trying to choose between different features. Both of these ideas are cool, but which is the most cinematic, the most heroic? Yeah, I like that. This is how I GM, so this is going to be well. This is going to match me quite well. So let's talk about what we mean when we use these terms. Okay, tactical. Strategy is, what are we trying to do? Break a siege, free a prisoner, rescue a captive, steal a tome of ancient lore. Strategy about long-term goals. Tactic is about how are we going to do that. We're going to surround them, sneak around them, pick them off one by one, kill their leader first, kill the priest first, no resurrections. In a tactical game, positioning matters, so our game is played on a grid. Effects and distances are measured in squares. This means everyone is looking at the same problem, and there's no ambiguity regarding whether the heroes and villains are in relation to each other. I will say a lot of tactical games can be done without this. But I would say it's quite important, not strictly necessary. But I personally like it. I can definitely go without using hexes and squares and distances and things. I can just be like, yeah, you're far enough, it's fine. But I do like that we can check how far away we are. Anyway, the Hobgoblin troopers are setting themselves...
I have trouble with theater of the mind.
I also do, but it kind of depends. If it gets too complicated, then yes, it's very tricky to keep track of things. Yeah. So in that case, I love maps. Like, battle maps are awesome for me. I think they're really cool. All right. The Hobgoblin troopers are setting themselves up in a line to stop our Tactician and Fury from getting into melee with the Hobgoblin War Mage. We can all see that happening and can talk about what we're going to do to stop it. That means teamwork matters. That's why initiative works the way it does, to encourage the players to plan. Okay, you use Concussive Slam on that
cool.
trooper. It'll push him back, and on my turn, I can use Phalanx Forward to get us all into melee with the Death Captain. The Death Captain. We think focusing on teamwork also makes the game more heroic. I agree. In a tactical game, you have many choices each round. You're never reduced to just swinging your sword. You have options. If we do a good job, you don't feel like you outlasted your opponents because you wore their hit points down before they could reduce yours to 0. You feel like you beat those hobgoblins through stealth and sorcery, coordination and ferocity. I like this so far. As you play with the same group of characters, you learn what they can all do. You discover synergies, combos, some of them intended by the designers, some not. You start to learn these unique characters and rely on them to do their cool things. It's a great feeling when another player comes up with a cool plan that relies on your unique abilities. You learn which characters are the squishies who need to be protected or healed. You learn which characters can push themselves right to the edge and keep fighting. Don't worry about healing Barlaka, she's our fury. She's happier with 3 stamina. Our game is not about tactics. It's not a war game, but it is tactical. Heroic. Our game is definitely about heroism. For us, this means a couple of things. It means we don't assume your character's primarily motivated by greed. They might be, but we don't assume that. Instead, we assume you're going to do the right thing. It might take some convincing, and there might be some reluctant heroes in your party, but that's part of the fun. You should absolutely be able to run a Chain of Acheron-style campaign where the heroes are hard-bitten mercenaries in a morally ambiguous world, but that's not the baseline assumption. The fiction and adventures that inspire us feature epic villains trying to remake the world in their image, and the dashing, unyielding heroes who strive against them even in the face of impossible odds. I really like how clear they're being with this. The heroism thing is nice. There are so many tabletops out there that try to be everything, and they try to catch everything as like we want as many people to play our game as possible. But I really love that this game seems to just be like, no, if you want a specific style, like we serve a specific type of game that if you don't want, maybe you should play something else. And I think that's cool. So, that's one component of the heroic keyword. But another component equally important is what kinds of things happen on screen, so to speak. This is very closely related to the cinematic keyword. For instance, you never see Indiana Jones having to find a local sporting goods store because he needs to stock up on ammo. You never see Katniss Everdeen have to stop and take a shower because she stinks. I mean, to be fair, I like this kind of stuff. But I'm glad that it's not... I'm glad that they're being upfront about it not being there.
You know, it's like in games like Skyrim, you never have to go take a poop.
Yes, yeah. These things do happen. No one watching Raiders of the Lost Ark thinks that Indy's gun is magical and doesn't need bullets. But we just don't need to see Indy doing that stuff. We don't need to waste time on it. Likewise, in our game, we don't worry about stuff that heroes in fiction tend not to worry about. This is actually really nice. It makes things a lot more convenient. You get to focus on the action and the plot and the narrative, and not like your bullet counter as they already put. However, sometimes the minutia can lead to awesome fantasy moments and can lead to awesome RP moments, but it's if it's not the focus, that's good, because then you can take your own initiative to do all those things if you wanted to. All right, we don't worry how much everything you're carrying weighs. If you try to lift a bear, you might have trouble, sure, but nowhere on your character sheet are you tracking the weight of every item. You don't track food such as rations, and you don't worry about how many torches you have. Oh, so cool. Light might factor into a specific environment because that can be a fun tactical challenge, but the game doesn't expect that everyone is always worried about running out of light. Basically, we worry only about those things you see your characters doing during a movie, in a comic, or a novel about their adventures. Assume all the tedious stuff happens off screen. Cool. Okay. I will catch up on chat in a second. I really like that you guys are having the discussion. Keep it going. I'll come back and catch up on things after the topic is over. Speaking of things happening on screen, cinematic. Closely tied to the heroic keyword, the cinematic keyword is about how we like powers and abilities with a strong visual component. Me too. You can imagine your character doing or saying these things. In all this confusion is a good name for the Shadow's ability to slip out of melee and retreat to safety. The text of the ability says how it works, but the name creates a visual that explains how it's working. When Sir Vanazor the Dragon Knight, Fury, leaps onto a goblin war spider, cleaving through the goblins riding the creature in a single turn, you can see it in your mind. It feels like a movie. But it doesn't feel simply as if you rolled well, but like an epic scene, complete with slow motion and a Carpenter Brute soundtrack. Yes, I like that. You should imagine your Tactician character leading the battle, granting your allies free attacks, extra maneuvers, coordinating the battle. That's what the name implies. And if we've done a good job, when you read the character's abilities, you think, yes, this is what I was imagining. I can't wait to do this. They're very clearly passionate about this, which is I really like this. And fantasy. Just, it's got dragons and stuff. It's worth mentioning, while everyone basically already knows what fantasy means in this context, we do imagine it a little more broadly than your average classical medieval fantasy. We like that stuff. Vasloria is our medieval European fantasy analog, with knights on horseback and wizards in towers. But we also like high fantasy urban intrigue, and so we're developing Capital, the city of the great game. The greatest city in this or any age. Oh damn, cool title. Vasloria is mostly humans and elves and orcs and dwarves, but Capital has dozens, hundreds of different ancestries in it. Looking back at movies like Star Wars and the work of artists like Chris Foss, that 70s stuff now seems explicitly fantastical. There's nothing scientific or even plausible about a lightsaber or a John Berkey spaceship, but damn, they look cool. So our setting includes the timescape, our multiverse, of which the world of Orden containing Capital and Vasloria is only one part. The timescape is more explicitly space fantasy. I love space fantasy. These core rules mostly cover the... Such a shock, right? The classic fantasy stuff, but we think Capital and the timescape will help us deliver a game where more people can see their fantasy in our worlds. For us, fantasy includes magic, like wizards casting spells, and psionics, the natural and focused ability some creatures have to manipulate and warp reality with their minds. Telekinesis and telepathy, Jean Grey style. Their references are very funny. We have 3 players, but do you have is there an option for more? If anyone else is interested, this showcase might bring them over the edge if they like it. So what do you think, Arachizi? Are you full up? Is 3 perfectly sufficient for you?
I don't mind 4. I maybe don't mind 5, but 5 is like 5 is.
I'm gonna give you some advice.
Maximum.
I don't know how much experience as a I don't know how much experience as a GM you have, but my advice is 4.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, keep it as 4. Yeah. 3 is a good number, but I think 4 is how a lot of tabletops actually build their games around.
Yeah, I found 3 is good for online games because no one's talking of the chess and stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
I in theory 4 can be, but
all right. Well,
if you really want to shoot a message, we'll see.
Yeah, if you are watching this and you like this and you want to be part of it, message Arachizi in the Discord and say, hi, I want to be part of this game. We have 1 slot left, so if you want to, it's happening next week. Arachizi will give you the time. Okay, let's see. MJ, what about all our ERP chat logs? Shut the fuck up, Rain. Why would you out me like that? I said I don't like it. Only with you. Jesus. ESO was a long time ago, okay? I've put my vampire behind me.
He sucked, alright.
Alright. Listen. I know someone with a phobia of ladybugs. Check whatever you want. That's very interesting.
I know someone with a phobia of mushrooms.
Oh, really? That's so wild. I do appreciate.
And I found this out when we were playing Minecraft, and I grew a giant mushroom outside their house.
Oh my god!
That was unfortunate.
And this, children, is why we always check in with our friends before we
communicate.
Start a game.
Yeah.
They literally because we weren't in a voice chat, so in the text chat in Minecraft, they're like, "Can you come destroy this mushroom for me?" I was like, "Oh no!"
Damn, that sucks. I do appreciate the call out to other systems and what they do well. Yeah, I do too. I like that they're being very open about this. There wasn't a shower in the Hunger Games arena, but there were other things that made the world feel real. Yeah, like her moment of hunger and finding mint to help ease it because she always choose a mint leaf after dinner to help ease that hunger she was feeling already. Yeah, I like that. That's the kind of stuff that can really make awesome RP moments. But I can see that these guys are focusing on the more epic, large scale stuff. They're not really wanting to focus on the minutiae. Okay, here we go. If you're coming from D20 Fantasy, we know many folks are coming to this game having only experienced D20 Fantasy RPGs. I haven't, but I have obviously experienced a D20 Fantasy RPG. Here are a few key distinctions between this game and typical D20 Fantasy that you'll notice right away. These aren't the only distinctions, but they're the most obvious. Attacks automatically deal damage. Holy shit! You only roll once? You roll to attack and then you deal damage? Cool! That's interesting. I'm actually a big fan of that. I am a big fan of reducing the amount of rolls that you do in a game. I like to keep it as like, because sometimes in the system that I use in Star Wars, if we were doing it rules as written, there are many times where you would literally roll like 3, 4, or 5 things just to make like one attack, and I'm like, that's not nice. I don't like that. You can still have a bad turn. A tier 1 result is not awesome, but at least you're making progress. The trick is, who's making progress faster? You or the monsters? Since there's no I miss next in this game, fights tend to be short. 5 rounds is a long fight because everyone's always doing damage. Yeah, this is my experience because I always have players who are very good at TTRPGs. So if we have a fight that goes on for longer than 2 rounds, it's long. It's long because they kill things very quickly. All right. You don't need to rest all the time. Most D20 fantasy games are games of attrition. Your spell slots and other features dwindle as the adventuring day goes on. In Draw Steel, you need to rest to regain your stamina and recovery, is the stat that determines how robust you are in combat, but all characters earn the ability to use their magic and other awesome abilities as they adventure, encouraging you to press on heroically. That's really cool. And character options are different. We very strongly recommend you start by looking through the character creation section before you decide what you want to play. You can't just assume the conduit is basically a cleric. In some ways it is, but in other ways it's very different. You may have some cool character archetype you love to play in D20 Fantasy, and you're dying to see how it works in Draw Steel, but you'll have a lot more fun if you start by browsing the Ancestry and class sections and being inspired. Once you know how the game works, you'll have a better handle on how to build your favorite character in here. Now, I already know what kind of character I want, just by reading this blurb, but I'll get to it in a second. So, the blurb is done. What do we think so far? I think this sounds freaking awesome. I'm very excited to try this. Oh, we're not quite done yet. Sorry, hang on. We have a little bit more. Smaller bonuses and penalties. Draw Steel is built around the roll of 2 10-sided dice to produce 3 possible outcomes. On the surface, that might not seem that different from rolling a 20-sided die and having 2 outcomes, but we've run the math. A lot. A bonus of +1 or penalty of -2 is significant in Draw Steel, much more so than in a typical D20 fantasy game. It's becoming more and more obvious that they're like, guys, we promise we're not D&D. We're not D&D. We're definitely not D&D. But in a good way, That means you should feel pretty good attempting most power rolls, the rolls you make to determine success out of combat, if you have a decent characteristic bonus on those rolls. And if you have a specific skill that applies to a power roll made as a test outside of combat, you'll do even better. Cool. Our game has a lot of skills. Your character can make use of a long list of skills, but we don't expect you to memorize that list. We get into why there are so many skills in the tests chapter, but the short version is that we think having a lot of skills allows you to create more distinct and specialized heroes, which supports the sort of gameplay we want to see in Draw Steel. And skills in Draw Steel aren't tied to characteristics. If you're trying to lose someone in a crowd, you can use presence to hide. Why not? I like the adaptation. That's cool. We won't be able to point out every difference. Beyond what's noted here, don't assume these rules work like any D20 fantasy game you've played. We don't have the space to point out every exception, so if you're in doubt about how something works, put D20 fantasy out of your mind and read our rules without those assumptions, and you'll find that things make better sense. If you're still confused, stop by the MCDM Discord and ask. We've got tons of awesome community members ready to help. And finally, we don't expect you to do everything to the letter. This is actually one thing Draw Steel does have in common with D20 Fantasy. This is a big book of rules. Don't stress if you need to look something up or make a ruling about an edge case on the fly. If everyone's having fun, you're doing it right. And that's it. That is the intro. So I will ask again, what are we feeling so far? Don't everyone speak up at once. Damn, can't get a word in edgeways. It's crazy. Well.
So sorry, one of my kids came in. I'm back.
Excitement for Alfred. Excellent. Very good. I asked how you feel about this, Taters, so far.
Well, I missed a whole bunch because
okay.
got up. So I'm back now. Sorry. I came back just before you were like, hello. was like, oh,
Okay.
shoot.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, either way, we finished the blurb. We're going to scroll down a little bit. I am going to read these huge rules because this is a 221-page PDF. I'm not going to do all of this in this. Right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my to-do list, read the rule PDF, because that's important first. Hold on a second. Read, draw, steal, PDF. I'm going to read this, and I'll read it in bed tonight, actually. But a 2d10 system is really interesting. I like that. Okay. And on rare occasions, you have D3s. Yo! That's pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, so we have different characteristics. This is like attributes, so might, agility, reason, intuition, and presence. Interesting. I like how they don't have constitution. Like that's a whole other thing. I think this is awesome. I also really enjoy one thing that Dungeons and Dragons does that is very much a mark of its age is the way that it labels its attributes. I don't like the word intelligence anymore. I am way too old for that. I have outgrown the concept, and I don't feel that it is productive to use, especially when it comes to fantasy role-playing. And I think it's way too complex for anything to be like summarized. So I really like coming up with different names. And one of the things is like, and wisdom, the same thing. So I really like the idea of like intuition, presence, reason, agility, might. When I read Daggerheart stuff as well, to make another comparison, I loved the way that they did their ability scores as well. So yeah, cool. That's odd. Chat was disabled for me for a bit there. What? Really? That's strange. Anyway, all right. So we got some cool power rolls. Edge, Bane. Ooh, that's like, what is that? Advantage and disadvantage? Yeah, okay. Advantage and disadvantage. Okay, sick.
Do you want me to go over how abilities look in this game? A lot of them. You can scroll up a little bit, I think.
Okay, yes. Wait, RGs, did you write this?
No, I didn't. No.
You said...
I read it.
Sorry, when you say the way that I thought you say the way that I built this game, and I was like, wait.
No, wait, no, no.
What? I thought you said built, and I was like, wait a second.
No, I said, do you want me to go quickly over how abilities work in this game?
Oh, abilities. Okay. It's fine. No, I
that bad.
I misheard you. All right. No. Hey, listen, if I ask for you to repeat yourself, it's not you, it's me. All right. I'm deaf. All right. It's my problem.
Sometimes it's very much me. Okay.
Always assume that it's me first. All right. Okay, so how...
To be fair, it's always MJ's fault.
Yeah, always. We already know this. It's established.
I think on page 5, there's like an example of ability. Yeah, here. Power roll plus something. No. You missed
down here? Power roll and intuition?
Yeah, power roll. Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen so you don't have to view it on...
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah,
let me do it on Discord, yeah.
Yeah.
It does tend to make my computer die a little bit, but we'll see.
Let's hope
actually, no. Okay. Yeah, actually, no. Let me. Sorry, I have to stop because my mouse frame rate literally like decreases.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
It's
fine.
It's a bit rough. Anyway, yeah. Continue.
Okay. So basically, how a lot of abilities function in this game, you have 3 tiers. If you roll 11 or lower, if you roll 17 or higher, and if you roll between 12 and 16.
Okay.
And basically, you roll 2d10, and then you add an ability score that you have.
And based on that, modifier, and then you determine success or failure.
Yeah, and then you get result. So like, how much damage dealt, etc.
Is it always holy damage, or is it? Oh no, sorry, it's punishing smite.
It's like an example of an impulse.
All right, cool. So you get 11 or lower, 12 to 16, 17 plus. Even if you get a tier 1, you still do damage.
Yeah.
But you're okay. Got it.
Yeah, it increases. It can have different effects and stuff. edges and what was the other thing?
I don't know, Arachizi. What was the other thing?
Banes,
I don't
edges
know
and
the
banes.
system.
They're kinda like advantages, disadvantages, but you have up to 2 of them. First one does +2, -2 to your roll, and
+2,
next
-2,
second
okay.
one basically moves your result by 1 tier. So
Okay.
if you're
Okay.
like 12 and you have 2 edges, you get 9 holy damage and stuff.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So you add
yeah,
2 to
so
the roll.
that's, like,
I got it.
basically.
All right.
And,
Awesome.
like,
so you
skills
roll and then you get
stuff for
3
this
tiers.
campaign. It's
Is
like,
Is it always these numbers like 11, 12, 16,
yes,
17
for
plus?
dice,
That's it.
it's always the same number. Yeah.
Okay. Easy to follow. Nice. Okay. I like that. What is this and where can I get it? Hi, Raz. This is a Patreon-based thing. The developers have stated that they don't really want to spread it around too much, so I'm keeping it exclusive for now until I feel
MCDM
otherwise.
Patreon, if you want to.
Yeah. You can share if you want access. If you want full access to the thing, it's MCDM on as Arachizi said, MCDM on Patreon, and you can go get this. I'm going over this now because we're part of a. I'm learning the system because I'm going to be a player in it with Arachizi running it. Okay, cool. So you roll and you do the thing, and that's how the basic mechanic works. Sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to read about all this stuff much later. For now, I think this is building a narrative. This is fine. This is probably for you. Experience, Ordin in the Timescape. Okay, I think for lore, I'm probably going to read this out like off screen as well. This seems like a lot of lore. Ooh, echelons. Yeah. Okay. 10 levels.
Yes.
Good. I'm very glad that this isn't like all the way to level 20. This seems a little bit because this seems a little bit more condensed, which I like. Okay. So the first echelon of play, levels 1 to 3, the player characters are local heroes. They save lost caravans, besiege villages, and overlooked neighborhoods of cities. The heroes battle bands of mortal humanoids, dwarves, elves, goblins, humans, kobolds, orcs. They face the occasional larger monstrous threat, such as Breadbeddle. That's an amazing name for a monster. Ogre or chimera. These are the kinds of creatures that can threaten a small community, but rarely have plans for world domination or the destruction of the timescape. However, the adversaries might work for or be manipulated by a stronger threat as foreshadowing of what awaits the hero at higher echelons. Yes, this is always a good way to build a narrative. The second echelon of play encompasses levels 4 to 6. At this echelon, heroes are now known throughout wider region that they serve. In Vasloria, this means they're saving and celebrated by an entire country. In Capital, their reputation and work now encompasses several different neighborhoods of the enormous city. Heroes of the Timescape might be known for saving a planet. Whoa. Heroes in this echelon battle humanoids of great supernatural power, such as draconians, devils, and hobgoblins. The bosses they face possess cunning and ambition as great as their terrible power, such as Medusas and Overminds. Heroes at this level also face the humanoid threats of earlier levels, but those foes are their villainous counterparts of equal power instead of bands of ruffians or marauding armies. Okay. The third echelon of play encompasses levels 7 to 9. At this echelon, heroes are saving and known throughout the setting where they serve. Most folks in Vasloria, Capital, or the Timescape itself know of the heroes and are grateful for their efforts saving the continent, massive city, or many worlds, respectively. Foes at this echelon include beings of great power, such as giants, vampires, and Varlock. Cool. Sorry, my camera's a bit big. And fourth echelon. The fourth echelon of play encompasses level 10 and possibly beyond in future products. At this echelon, heroes are saving the entire timescape from threats like liches, powerful dragons, and Ajax the Invincible. An amazing BBEG name. Okay, cool. All right, making the hero. Oh my god, they call the GM the director? That's amazing. I love that. Okay. So first session, step-by-step hero making. Okay, use the following. Here we go. Is there a character sheet somewhere? Are we going into the Foundry for this? Yes, no? Okay, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I was mute. Yes,
What?
in the Foundry there's character sheet for that.
Yes. Okay,
What?
cool. All right. I'm not talking to you, Ash. Go away. So,
Oh.
So, the Bay of Blackbottom. This is where I will be going. Are you okay with me opening the foundry and like showing it on stream and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, enjoy, everyone. This is what Arachizi has made. Now, if you don't know what Foundry is what I use as well for my games. It is absolutely phenomenal. It is one of the most incredible resources for tabletop. It's a virtual tabletop, just like Roll20, but it is absolutely incredible. I use Forge VTT. I pay for a server by the year, and it has changed my life. It has changed the way that I run TTRPGs. It is such an incredible resource. And yeah, you should get Foundry. It is a once you pay it, you own it, and that's the software. It's really, really, really awesome. There's no subscription whatsoever. Right, let's join as MJ. Can you give me my password, please?
It's empty.
I do not have a password? Okay, cool.
You don't have a password.
All right, good thing that no one can see the link in the Foundry. Otherwise, anyone can just click join. Okay, cool. All right, I'm glad I had the forethought to hide the link. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wonder if you want randoms to just suddenly decide to come and join.
If you say continue now, you'll see them and they have something.
Oh, the landing page. Yeah. Ah, this is so sick. Okay, so this is gonna give the vibe for like what kind of game we're gonna have. This is awesome. Hey, you use dice so nice. Cool. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna configure my settings in a second. For now, let's go to the character sheet. What does it look like? That's big. That's what she said.
Yeah. So
let's see. Okay.
It's
so
like
this is me.
unofficial. It was made by a kind person on MCDM Discord.
That's really cool.
And
I
it was
really
made
like
for,
that.
Previous version of the rules. So like
Okay.
some stuff might be different.
Okay.
I
Okay.
tried to fix it up a bit, but
That's okay. That's all right. All right. That's my stamina. I've got 3 stamina. My might, agility, reason, intuition, presence. I can roll. Click to roll here. That's nice. Take a respite. That's cool. Level 1 experience, ancestry, class, renown, career, title, complication, languages, and then environment, organization, upbringing. Love it. Love these keywords. I'm liking it so far. Take damage, gain stamina. Oh, I can be winded. Okay. Size, reach, speed, stability. Resource, and then you can gain something equal to victories. Cool. Immunities and weaknesses. Okay. Shields and surges. Okay, and then... Oh my god. All abilities. Filter by cost. Oh, you can filter the abilities. That's pretty cool. Okay, you got some templates that you can then possibly...
yeah, it's template you can link. In the items tab, there's like an ability template.
If I click on this, does it...
You can drop it.
Ah, okay. Can I duplicate this kind of stuff? Can I have a new one?
You can go into items. In the items tab. In the left.
Oh,
right
these items. Oh, cool. Okay, there's the ability template.
You can like drag and drop.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Sorry, I know how Foundry works. I just wondered if you'd made one. So, yeah, okay, awesome. All right, ability template, and then you can roll it in chat, and you can, like, you can move things up. Oh, you can, like, sort things. That's lovely. Melee weapon, free strike, range weapon, free strike. Free strike? Interesting. Okay, awesome, and it calculates damage automatically. There's skills, crafting, exploration, interpersonal, intrigue, and lore. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, and then kit. My kit is my equipment, I assume.
Yep.
Okay. And then features. This is just a random feature I can have, and then some notes. Okay, lovely. So far, so good. Let's have a look at what the rulebook says. Step-by-step hero making. These steps are presented. Many players likely to be able to hear from the backstory up. Some players like to start more in the present. Yeah, I like to look at classes first. That's how I like to do it. You'll want a character sheet to fill out while you make your hero. Yes. Okay, number 1. Let's follow this for now, but we'll see. Arachizi, can I read out your blurb for what you did, what you were gonna do with the game, so that I can kind of understand?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What's going on? Okay, cool. I don't know what you want to keep private or not, so that's why I ask in advance. Okay, so the premise is you are hired. Okay, here we go. This is the narrative that we're going for. This will help me choose my character. The premise is you are hired onto the crew of the Revelation, a passenger ship en route to Blackbottom. The ship's captain, Oriel, claims that the route has been overrun with pirates lately and wants the character's working security to keep her passengers safe. Surely the trip will go smoothly and nothing will go wrong. I am sure as well. I have played enough Sea of Thieves with you to know that it's perfect and nothing will ever go wrong. It is a flawless endeavor. Okay, so...
Good. Not a ship.
Alright, so characters are level 1. Wait, so we're doing a one-shot from level 1? Is level 1 okay here? Because usually, like, in D&D, level 1 really
Level
sucks.
1 is a lot here.
Okay, cool. Alright, I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, so characters are level 1, so we don't have to think about, like, leveling up or future levels or whatever. Just create a new character from scratch. I love that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and so far, this document's like level 1 to 3. So.
Okay, cool. Alright. Lovely. So that's what we're going to start with. So think. The first thing you should do is think about the kind of hero you want to make. Ask yourself the following questions. Do you fight with weapons, magic, psionics, or some combination of these abilities? I like psionics. I'm such a fan. I'm a big fan of psionics. I want to explore what psionics have here. Outside of combat, what do you want your hero to do well? I want my hero to be able to talk to people well. I really enjoy a talker as a player. This particular hero on a pirate ship running security, I'm imagining maybe... You know what? I could have a few. I could have a talker, or I could have a non-talker. Maybe I'll tell you what I was thinking of, because the character that I had in mind, as soon as I saw what Tactician can do, I was like, this is me. I want to do this. Absolutely. I want to see what a Tactician can do. Like, battlefield control is something that I really value in tabletop. Setting up team moves and, like, team communication and stuff. That's a class I think I would really thrive in. So when I'm wondering if maybe I should make, like, if my trope should be someone who is also a persuasive individual, or maybe someone who knows tactics but is also kind of softly spoken, but when they speak you kind of tend to listen up. So I'm still wondering about that. But I'm definitely thinking like a tactician type. Maybe someone with a lot of ship experience, considering we're on a ship, and then they can kind of be a tactician about that. Or I also quite like the idea that maybe this is like their first time on a ship and they actually are still looking to kind of figure out what the tactics might be in ship-to-ship combat, which I'm sure won't happen, obviously. Okay. What did you do before becoming a hero? I am not sure yet. I'll have to see. But this is a good question. Why did you choose to become a hero? What is your personality like? What people, places, and objects are important to you? How will your hero complement the strengths and weaknesses of the other heroes? This last question I can answer right now. I want to create a character that sets up other characters for cool moments. I really love the teamwork aspect of TTRPG is probably my favorite aspect of it as a player. And so that's the class that I will want to be building. I really want to build hardcore battlefield manipulation and control, and I'd love to get some support in there as well so that other characters can have awesome moves. Like a set 'em up, knock 'em down kind of thing. Okay. Ambition is good. Heroes are not just along for the ride in the director's story. They're active participants who make decisions that change their communities and eventually worlds or even the entirety of the timescape. It is good for your hero to have desires, to want to found an organization, seek justice for someone who is wronged, or want to craft a magic sword that will help you defeat your foes. It's only when that personal ambition becomes more important in the group's story that it becomes a problem. But if you share your character's ambitions with your director, they can weave those desires in with the narrative. Character creation is a great time to do this. I mean, it's almost as if I'm speaking to you and we're doing a Reddit story, because this is the kind of advice I give all the time. This is so cool. It's really important that you do this. Otherwise, all the things that you want to do are not going to happen in the way that you want them to if you don't communicate effectively with your DM in the first place. As the story evolves, your hero's ambitions could change. That's not a bad thing. Dynamic characters are awesome. I agree. If they do, make sure you have a conversation with your director about it so they can plan accordingly. Again, I think naming your GM director is fantastic. It's an inspired move. Okay, cool. So we've thought about stuff. I know the kind of character concept I'm thinking of. A tactician, battlefield control. I'm kind of also thinking of, you know, someone, I'm leaning towards more softly spoken, not someone who like dominates conversation, but more someone who just kind of watches and observes and is more of a quiet type. I quite like that. So that's the kind of vibe. Right, number 2, Ancestry. Choose your hero's humanoid ancestry from among the range of ancestries available in the game. Okay, here we go. Devil, Dragon Knight, Dwarf, Hakan, High Elf, Human, Memenek, Orc, Polder, Revenant, Time Raider, or Woad Elf. Whew. Future supplements will introduce additional ancestries so you can choose from. Jesus, that's not enough! See ancestries for more information. Okay. This is where I go and switch over to ancestries. So where do we go?
Yeah.
Let's go down to ancestries. Here we go. Okay. On the origin of species, are we gonna talk about Charles Darwin here? Okay. I don't really know. I'm gonna look at the
stuff, so you can look at it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this later. This seems like fluff. Starting size and speed. Unless otherwise noted, a character from any of these ancestries is size 1 meter and has a speed of 5, a stability of 0. Okay. Okay, so not 1 meter, 1m, right? So.
Yeah, it's like medium.
1m means medium. Okay, got it. Right, speed of 5 and stability of 0. Okay, awesome. So they've already added that to the sheet. Where an ancestry provides you with an ability, see abilities for the details of the ability format. Okay, we'll get there. Each ancestry has at least one signature trait, which your hero gets for free if they take the ancestry. There's a defining feature that other heroes of your ancestry also possess. I mean, I'm happy to have... We don't have to be fully unique. For the rest of you who are listening, if you guys want to be the same ancestry or even the same class, like maybe class would be a little bit different, but ancestry I'm totally fine with. Like if you want to be like, you know, related or not even related, but just the same ancestry, like that's totally fine. We could be from the same region even. Okay. There are also purchase traits. You can buy things like with points. Okay. All right. So I'm going to look at this first. This is the art. And then we're going to have a look at, instead of reading about all of this, because this is freaking awesome. I love that they've written like a whole thing. But I think I'm going to start by looking at the vibe, and then based on the vibe, I'm going to pick something. Okay. I already know what Alfred is going to pick. And I also already know what Taters is going to pick. Cool. Done. Awesome. So I know their characters already. This is very obvious. Okay. Finished by June of 2025. Well, this seems interesting so far. Yes, I went to the MCDM RPG page. I'm reading through it. Oh, sick. Okay. Book. This isn't D&D. Don't think about D&D when learning this. MJ. Oh, in D&D. Okay. and then your next comment is rude. Like, are you talking about yourself? What's going on? Fucking check yourself. Psionics? Yeah, dude. I want to do psionics for sure. Anyway. Sorry, everyone. Just had to put him in his place quickly. All right. So, yeah, Alfred will pick a Draconian easily. He won't even look at the other races. It'll just be Draconian. And I think Taters will be a Polder. Yeah, I definitely think Taters will be a Polder. Now, is Taters even here? Because they haven't spoken in a while.
They're here. They just made the sound.
Oh, they made an unmute sound.
Vaguely here.
Okay, vaguely here. Are you tired? Is that why you're vaguely here?
Yeah, I got up to deal with the kid, and then the just dog worm snuggled back under the blankets, and I was like, uh-oh.
Well, this is what happens when you stay up all night to
Stay
catch
up all night?
stream. Yeah.
Stay up all night, kids. It's always piss off.
This is how it works.
Oh.
Anyway, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be very annoying and be like, okay, tiefling,
That tracks.
dragonborn, dwarf, high elf, wood elf, but it's called woad elf. These are what's the Goliath? Human. Ooh, new one. Cool. Oh, these guys are like, ooh, these look like cyborg types, like half metal, like constructs. That's cool. That's cool. Not quite warforged. It looks like there's some sort of organic construct to them. Anyway, orc, polder, halfling, revenant, probably just a revenant, and then so Githyanki. They even have the same hairstyles and the same ears and stuff. Okay, cool. Now, when I do this, it's just because I am used to D&D, right? I don't think of this game as D&D because they explicitly told me not to think of this game as D&D. And I actually, personally, when someone else takes my work and the first thing they say is, oh, this is that, and then they compare it to that, in my head, I go, really? Just, oh. So I totally understand the urge. That's why I'm not going to do this for much longer. It was just my surface thoughts. But yeah. I see their Gith are four-armed punk fans. Yeah, you see what I mean, yeah. So I don't want, I don't want to constantly have to compare this to D&D because I know that's not productive at all. I just figured that there are some very clear similarities. But yeah. Okay, I think if I were to play the kind of character that I want, I think a Memenek would be quite cool. Maybe a Revenant might be fun. These guys look like judges. That's pretty cool. Maybe a high elf. I don't know. A Harken would be giving me strong silent type vibes, which I could go for.
That's my kind of character.
Yeah. What, strong silent type?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's great.
I will probably add, humans aren't boring here.
Humans are boring? Okay.
Humans are not boring.
Oh, humans are
they
not
need to
boring.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be a
They're
human.
anti-magical.
Yeah, I could be a human. All right, so devil. I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to be a devil. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be okay. Dragon Knight. Wait, where are the dragon? Oh, Draconian. Okay, so they were slightly updated. Okay. Also known as Draconians. Okay, cool. The Ritual of Dracogenesis. Oh shit. That's cool. So they like. That's really cool. Okay, nice. So I'm just reading this so that Alfred can get a good vibe on like what his character is going to be. Because as I said, he's going to choose this with no consideration for any of the other ones. That'll just be it. You get an oath. I love that ancestries are like they have oaths. Oh, this is cool. This is almost like paladinish. I like that. Sorry, trying not to compare. All right, here we go. Dwarf. Ooh, I like dwarves. I think dwarves are fun. Okay, then there's a woad elf. Sylvan Celestials. I do like this. If I were to make like a druid character, I would go with a wood elf for sure. Big fan. Oh, these stories. Okay, wood elf. Okay, so I do like wood elves. Glamour. You can alter your appearance to blend into your surroundings. That's lovely. Forest feet. Perfect memory. Whoa. Swift. Otherworldly grace. Vine cage. Damn.
Kinky.
And then... Alright, and then a high elf. Children of the Solar Celestials.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
You know I've only made one Dragonborn in BG3 White. Listen, but you told me You have told me time and time again. In fact, you have had to, like, you feel the need to remind me that you are a scaly. So I'm just saying what is given to me, all right? That's all. Oh, a high elf glamour. Ah, because it makes others perceive you as interesting and engaging. Cool. Oh, wow. This glamour makes you look and sound slightly different to each creature you meet. That's really cool.
That is cool.
I like that a lot. Graceful retreat, high senses, perfect memory, otherworldly grace, unstoppable mind. Ooh, you can't be dazed. That's cool. Okay, the Hakan. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Oh, this is the... Wait. There we go. Hakan heroes have access. Signature trait. Big. I'm just big. I'm a big boy. Okay. All is a feather. You're exceptionally strong and have an edge made on tests. Use the lift skill. When you force move a creature or object, you increase the distance moved by 1. Your body is made to withstand the blows of your enemies. Your might score counts as 1 higher for... I really like this. I really, really, really like this. Working with your director, you can predetermine an encounter in which you will die. Yo! This is the kind of shit that I live for. Not for a one-shot, I think. But this would be...
Yeah,
this would
probably
be
not for revenge.
really, really cool for a campaign. Really cool. While doomed... You lose the undaunted benefit from this ancestry. You automatically get tier 3 results on Jesus. And you don't die no matter how low your stamina falls. And then you die immediately. You get a last stand? Holy shit! That's so cool. Okay. I know I'm not going to use Doomside because we're in a one-shot, but I think...
It's so cool.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And I think the vibe of a Hakan for the kind of character that I want to make is pretty perfect. I think it's cool. So I might go with Hakan. Also, if I go with Hakan, I'm definitely doing a voice changer for his voice. Like, it's going to be... There's going to be a slightly deeper filter on it so that it's like a really booming type of chest voice. Yeah. Okay, humans. I could be interested in a human. I could do a human. Alright, detect the supernatural. Oof. You open your awareness to detect supernatural creatures. Yo! That's very cool. That's really, really cool. Yeah, when you said they're like anti-magic, is this what humans do? Like they're like magical enigmas? This is so cool, yeah. Your connection to the natural world allows you to resist supernatural effects. You ignore difficult terrain created by magic. Ooh, nice. Perseverance. Giving up is for other people. But not for me, but for other people. All right, resist the supernatural. Your connection to the natural world protects you from supernatural forces. Oh, this is sick. Yeah. Okay. Memenek. Nice. The plane of uttermost lore. Memenek dwell in a land with lakes and trees and birds and flowers. But on this island where the lakes are seas of mercury. The birds glitter with wings of glass, stretched gossamer thin, and the flowers' petals are iridescent metal, as flexible and fragile as any earthly rose. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so they're basically like super reason and calculating and like probably hella stoic as well. This is very cool. Oh yeah. A sickness came over them, an uncontrollable sensation called emotion. Oh god. I've done this. I've done this character before. I don't want to do it again, but this is very interesting. Oh damn. You have 2 signature traits. Aerodynamic. Your silicon body is aerodynamic and low in density. When you fall. Oh, sick. Wow. Okay. I am law. God, that goes hard. Your lawful nature and quick reflexes give no quarter to enemies trying to get around you. Okay. Enemies can't get through your space until you allow them to do so. Yo! You can literally just be like, no. That's awesome. Unfazed, keeper of order, light. Yeah, this is sick. I love the way they worded this. Okay, so here's what I like. When they get to the really unique stuff like Memenek, You can see that they've put a lot of effort into this because it's like fully unique. I love it. Really, really cool. Okay, Orc is good. Orc is pretty good. It's not bad for the kind of character that I want. I'm still leaning towards Hakan, but Orc is pretty good. When a creature deals damage to you, leaves you dying, you can make a free strike against any creature. Yo. Okay. Rush, grounded, passionate, artisan. Okay. Oh, yo, you can craft things. Oh, that's cool. Okay, choose 2 skills from the crafting skill book. Whenever you make a project roll using these skills, you gain a +2 bonus to the roll. Oh, sick. I don't want to be a... I like the idea of a crafter, but I don't want to be a crafter. Okay, polder traits. Yeah, shadow meld. Oh, you become an actual shadow? What? Yo! You flatten yourself into a shadow against a floor or wall you're touching. Yo! That's cool as hell. Okay, revenants. Oh, I know what revenants are. They're just creatures of revenge, basically.
I like how Polder's signature trait is small.
Yeah, small. Like Hakan is big. There's just small. That's great. Okay, the Time Raiders. Oh, they have 4 arms? Yo! I didn't even notice that when I was looking at them. Yeah, there you go. I see that. That's cool. That's cool. Cool. Okay, now see, they are psionic. So this kind of... I love psionics, but I don't want to be a Time Lord, or Time Raider. So I will see what Hakan does. I think I'm gonna be a Hakan. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna be a Hakan. Here we go. Hakan Heroes of Access. So your size is 1L. Damn right it is. I'm big boy. Why is it 1L and not 2L, 3L? Like, how does that work? Yeah, 4 on Punk fans. I get it, Raz. Yeah, I get it now.
I think, I don't remember. I didn't read that part of the rules carefully, but I think it's like small, medium, large, and then inside that it's like ranges of categories.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's like 2L is bigger than 1L, but...
Alright, so 1L. Alright, you have 3 ancestry points to spend on the following traits. Alright, so I have 3, and I can spend on all of these. Right, Doomsight is going to be no. You can't be weakened. Kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I think... kind of... yeah, I think just having all of these is pretty good. All as a feather, forceful, and stand tough. I think this would be great. So... I'm gonna go with these. How do I add these?
So, probably into features.
Okay, so
because they're like kind of passive abilities.
oh well, these are abilities, right?
I mean, they're like
these are not
passive
features.
traits that you don't really need to like roll into chat.
Yeah. Okay, so these are let's go to features.
Features.
Okay, cool. How do I add one?
Go to features. There's a small plus on the right side.
I see that. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, so I have 3 features.
And then there's under feature there's like name, and then
Yeah.
square with pen in it is how you edit text.
All right. All is a feather. Love that. Forceful and stand tough. Forceful. And stand tough. Okay, then I edit this and... aha! There we go. I'm just going to copy paste this. And I will do that. Save. Cool. Okay. Then forceful. Just want to make the formatting correct. Done. And stand tough. Your might score counts as 1 higher for resisting potencies. Very cool. Okay. Awesome. I love that. All right, that's me. Next, and that's it. So that's my whole thing. Next is culture. Create your hero's culture. Although Ancestry gives your hero a number of physiological benefits, your culture describes the community that raised you and gives you languages and skills. See culture for more information. Now, I'm going to be honest. I might need to think more about this, but we'll get there. Let me go to culture quickly. Please help me. Here we go.
There's also like chapters in PDF, so if you want to quickly find stuff.
Oh, there are. Oh, they're bookmarks. Nice.
Bookmarks, yeah.
Okay. Am I gonna create an entire culture? Whoa. I'm gonna choose. I would rather choose. I think especially for one shot. I think I will choose. You know the language of your culture in addition to knowing Kalian. Kalian is like the thing. Okay, so Kalian. I'll just add that. From the environment, organization, upbringing aspects, you gain access to skills. You can select one skill from each aspect's list of options. You gain an edge on tests to recall lore about your culture and on tests to influence and interact with people of your culture. Okay. I should probably put this in here. Like,
I mean, it's just general. It applies to everyone.
I know, but I'm probably gonna forget about it because it's a real because it's a new system. So I think
if you want, go ahead. Like,
I will just
however
put this in
you
here.
would like to do it.
Culture benefit.
I would probably do languages, like add some indicators that you have one more to choose.
Yeah, good. Good choice. Good call. I will do that.
So you won't forget.
One more. Okay. Right, language. Your culture's language. This can be any language in languages. Your environment. Can I... Yeah, I don't want to build.
We can choose languages later.
Can I ask? Like, or can I choose? How do I choose here? Because this is like... Whew.
Yeah, so like this urban wilderness, you can just base it on the name.
Okay, cool. So I don't.
So
there's no, like
culture
okay.
is like they're like parts of culture, and you like construct
nice,
your own. You
nice,
can, like, pick parts of it.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's look at the languages here. See if I can find them here.
There are more languages. There are more options that add languages to your character. So maybe you want to like do languages later.
There are more options later. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because so you don't have to like.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, environment. Your culture's environment aspect. Oh wait, I'm here now. Okay. Your culture's environment aspect describes where the people of the culture spend most of their time. Is your culture centered in a bustling city or a small village? Do you spend your... I'm gonna think about this later.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to cultures. So for notes, I'm just gonna add here because it's gonna take too much time. I want to look at my like abilities and things. So, culture.
Yes, there's like in cultures, there's like environment, organization, upbringing, and places to put.
Yeah. I can read this stuff on my own. I think it'll be okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, so they I think mostly add skills.
Culture adds skills. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, choose your hero's career. This will also be something later. I will handle this on my own time because this will take a while to handle. And then class. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I think this is the last thing we're gonna do for the stream for class, and then we'll say goodbye. Yeah. On a random note, I like the music currently playing in the background. You're right, Raz. You're right, Alfberg. That is Pocket Bard. Yeah, Raz, if you like Pocket Bard, you should get it. Yes, Arachizi, go on.
You might also want to look at kits.
Kit as well.
If you have time.
I mean, I will. I will definitely look at kit, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to look at it on thingy.
Yeah.
Okay, on stream. Right, choose your hero's class. This choice has the biggest impact on how your hero interacts with the rules of the game, especially the rules for combat. Your class provides you characteristic scores and stamina. In addition to skills, several abilities, other benefits. You can be a sensor, conduit, elementalist. Oh my god. Okay. Sensor? Wow. Free speech? Damn. Is that... Yeah, that's what it is, right? Conduit,
yeah, sure.
Elementalist, Fury, Null, Shadow, Tactician, Talent, or Troubadour. Love these, I love these class names. It's really nice. Okay, let's have a look at classes. I just want to give a quick overview. A censor. Demons and devils fear you. Oh my god. Criminals run from the sight of your shadow in the alley. Jesus. Agents of chaos, blasphemers, and heretics tremble at the sound of your voice. You carry the power of the gods, armed with judgments and sent out in the world first to seek, then censor those whose actions, even existence, is anathema to your church. Okay. Woohoo! That's sick. All right, I'm not gonna be that though, but very cool. Okay. Oh my god. That's huge. Okay, conduit. The power of the gods flows through you. Yeah, I mean, even they said this was like similar to a cleric. As a vessel for divine magic, you don't just keep your allies in the fight, you make those allies more effective, even as you rain divine energy down upon your foes. While the deity or saint you serve might have other faithful and clergy, you are special among worshippers, receiving your abilities from the highest source. As a conduit, you heal and buff your allies and debuff your foes while smiting them with divine magic. Oh, wow, a cleric smite. That's pretty cool. Okay, awesome. I'm not going to be a cleric, though. Elementalist. Elementalists are fun. I love... I love elemental magic. Super cool. Knowing bards, I'm not sure to let anyone near my pants... Oh, pocket bard? I get it. Yeah. Does the censor come with a complimentary eviscerator for the emperor? Yeah. yeah. That gives me very 40k vibes for sure. Alright. Air for movement, earth for permanence, fire for destruction, water for change, green for growth, rot for death, void for the mystery, years... Oh, wow. More elements. Cool. Years of study and practice and poring over tomes brought you to the revelations, allow you to manipulate these building blocks of reality. Now you can use your mastery of the 7 elements to destroy, create, and warp the world with magic. Awesome. I would love this. If I wasn't a big, quiet tactician, I think I would I would be so tempted to do this. Especially air, because I love speedsters. And just being really fast is super interesting to me as well as a character. I like that a lot. Okay. So that's the Elementalist. Fury. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like a raptor, a panther, a wolf, your experience in the wild taught you the secret of channeling unfettered anger into martial prowess. Primordial chaos is your ally. Leave it to others to use finesse to clean up the pieces you leave behind. Jesus! They didn't have to go this hard, okay? Fucking hell. Nature has no concept of fairness, and neither do you. What? That's crazy. That's really cool. Also, no. Okay, a null. I think a null seems like an anti-magic type of thing, but we'll see. The mind is not separate from the body. Perfection of one requires perfection of the other. You strive for perfect discipline, Oh, it's like psionic stuff. Mastery of... Oh, no, it's a monk. Ah, mastery of a mind and body. You require no weapons, no tools. Any tool can be turned against the hand that wields it. You suffice. You are the weapon. As you strive for perfect order, you become an enemy of that ultimate expression of chaos, magic. Oh, yeah. I figured it was anti-magic, yeah. Just the word null just gives me anti-mage vibes. Those who employ sorcery or psionics to break the laws of nature should fear you. So... what if the other party members make magic characters? Like, how does this work? Do I just hate them, or would we discuss this in advance and be like, hey, don't make this character? Like, what would you do?
I mean, do all members of one group always hate members of other group, no matter what?
No, of course not. And I imagine that would be the conclusion we would come to. But they are definitely...
It might make for an interesting dynamic, I think.
Yeah.
If people want to explore.
I think it would be interesting, yeah. An unarmed psionic warrior. So sick. This is also awesome. I think... Oh my god. Chronokinetic. Oh my god! Time magic! Ah! I want to be a tactician, but I also want to be this! This is cool too! It's too interesting, man. Damn it. Okay, Okay, Shadow. Oh, this would be so good for me as well. This would be Ash's character, for sure. Subtlety is your heart, the tip of the blade, your brush. You would make a stealth. You would make a stealthy, stabby rogue character, I think. Or a mage. Maybe a sorcerer type. That would be... Yeah, you'd make a Shadow, for sure. Yeah, assassins, yeah, okay, it's fine. I'm cool with that. Okay, we're gonna go back to Tactician because I'm gonna settle on it, but I'm gonna go to talent first. The talent is a master of psionics. Oh, more psionics. A source of incredible power created through sheer force of will. A talent can move and change matter, time, gravity, the laws of physics, or another creature's mind. It's so cool. I want to do it, but also I made up my mind and I can't choose everything. I can't have every class. Void Elementalist hype. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it freaking awesome? Okay. Please, someone make... If anyone's interested, like, message Arachizi and be like, yo, I'll be player number 4 and I'm gonna make a Void Elementalist, because that sounds cool as fuck. Chronopathy, Animapathy, Cryokinesis, Metamorphosis, Pyrokinesis, Rhizopathy.
Isn't Rhizopathy what, like, bards do?
Abilities that allow you to manipulate matter and space to create, alter, or displace your environment and the creature's objects in it. I don't know if it's quite the same, but I get what you mean, like resonance type of vibe, like sound music, or like
No,
music
I was
magic.
More like, you know, risen with magic.
Oh, Rizopathy, as in R-I-Z-Z. Oh,
Yeah.
you're being a dick. Okay, cool. I got it. Awesome.
Wow. Wow.
And Troubadour. The world's a stage and all its people actors. No one knows this better than the Troubadour. You find energy in the drama. This is what Taters is going to be. You find energy in the drama of everyday life and know how to draw spectacle forth from even the most mundane of situations. You accent highs and deepen lows in service to whomever would witness your performance. Nice. This is very cool. Scald, you seek drama from story and recount. Yeah, seeking drama? Yeah, 100%. Taters. Drama embraces your every movement? Okay, maybe Taters will be a duelist. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, Tactician. Alright, this is going to be me. This is absolutely going to be me. Strategist. Never mind, I can't be a Tactician anymore. I can't read. I can no longer be a Tactician. Can we do a higher level one-shot and let MJ multiclass into everything? Yes! That's the plan. Can I multiclass? Can I be one of everything? That'd be great.
No.
Strategist, defender, leader. With sword in hand, you lead allies into the maw of battle, barking out commands and inspire your fellow heroes to move faster and strike more precisely. All the while, you stand between your compatriots and death, taunting the followers of evil to best you if they can. As a tactician, you have abilities that heal your allies and grant them extra damage, movement, and attacks. Fuck yeah, dude. You can taunt your enemies into attacking you instead of targeting your allies. Good! I think this really fits for a Hakan as well, and can help soak up damage when those allies stand alone. Yeah, sick. Sick, sick, sick. Okay. Right, here we go. This is the last thing we're going to do today. Starting characteristic. You start with a might of 2 and a reason of 2. And can choose one of the following arrays for your other characteristic score. Okay, so is 2 high? How high does it go?
Yeah, 2 is high. It's like the highest you get on the first level.
Okay, but like, how high can it get? Can it get to like +6 or something? Or like, what is the...
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Might
it's a bunch of bonuses.
and reason.
Maybe.
Okay. And then you can choose one of the following arrays for your other ones. I think... Right, so this is where I'm going to look at the actual, like, I want to quickly look at what they do. So, hold on. Let's go with the basics. Give me... characteristics, okay. So, might is strength and brawn. So, break down doors, swing an axe, stand up during an earthquake, or hurl an ally across a chasm. Okay, nice. Reason is logical-minded education. Creature's ability to solve a puzzle that unlocks a door, recall lore about necromancy, decipher a coded message, or blast a foe with psionic power. Oh, okay, cool. All right. So I think for me, agility is not going to be me. And presence, I think presence is not going to be me either. I'm very happy to be low agility, low presence, for intuition to be up. Intuition represents instincts and experience. Yeah. Okay, cool. I've decided. So I'm gonna go 2 1 1, 2 -1 -1, and I'll go -1 agility. And I'll go -1 presence as well. And I'm just not gonna be like, yeah. And I'll go 2 intuition. So I'll have 2. I'll be a really good thinker, and a good perceiver, and a good puncher. That's my spread. Some of the best tacticians didn't know how to read. Yeah, you know what? Fair. That's true. Curiously enough, this PDF has 5 stats, and the website refers to 6 stats. What's the 6th one?
I think
maybe it's resolve.
They had unlock for a constitution at first, but they
they took it away. Okay.
Because it's still active work in progress, so they change very often stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I imagine this does change a lot. Yeah.
Potencies are basically a saving throws.
Yeah. So weak potency is. Okay. So my weak potency. Where do I put this?
It will appear in abilities later, and you can just put 1, 2, 3 instead of.
What do you mean it will appear? Like, do I have to make it appear?
No, it will. Just leave it for now.
So I don't have to put it in? Okay, awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, average potency strong. Okay, starting stamina at first level, 21. Is that big?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this it? Is this stamina, like 21? Do I have to put that here?
Yeah, max 21.
21. Okay. And do I currently have 21 stamina?
Yeah, and currently you have 21.
Okay, so I have 21 out of 21. Okay, how do I change
gain
this?
stamina and...
there we go. Gain stamina. 20... 18 plus 3. Yeah, 21. Okay, awesome.
Okay. Recoveries are... Kinda like your short rest would be, but... you can take an action combat to heal yourself and stuff.
Okay. Like hit dice,
take
maybe?
a long. Yeah, kinda. A lot of healing abilities don't heal. They say, "Hey, you can use your recovery to heal yourself."
Okay, cool. It's sorry.
long rests.
I need to change my max. There we go. Okay, cool. Done.
And
10 recoveries.
Respites are very long rests. You spend 24 hours chilling in a very safe space, and then you recover your recoveries. So
cool. All right. MGT AGL. Oh, endurance. Endurance is not here. I think they may have taken away endurance for this one. Okay. Skills. Lead plus choose any 2 skills. Okay, so lead is my first one. Let's have a look. What is this? Interpersonal skills, I imagine? Yeah, okay. Right. Alertness, architecture, blacksmithing, brag, culture, empathize, fletching, history, mechanics, monsters, search, or the skills of the exploration skill group. What are the skills of the exploration skill group?
If you go to skills, they are
any of
columns.
any of these. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sick. I'm gonna choose these later. I think this would take me some time. So skills 2, class skills. I'll put these at later. Awesome. Okay, and then tactician advancement. Right, so these are all the... Jesus, I have a lot of features at level 1. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, so abilities are 3,5. What does that mean?
I think they'll tell later. I don't remember. I didn't look.
This one says 3, 5, and 7, so I'm not sure. And then doctrine abilities as well. I'm not really sure about that. Okay.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
because it's
well,
for
tell
advancement.
us later. I think it's cost of abilities.
Ah,
Which one
okay. I don't really
have
think
access
it
to.
matters for a one-shot, so we can leave it for now.
Yeah, it's for now.
Okay.
It's fine. Just
Right, a tactical doctrine. Oh, your subclass. Cool. Warfare is as old as civilization, and perhaps even older. As battle became ever more developed and complex, military leaders invented doctrine, outlining how combatants should be structured, used, and deployed. Doctrine can be learnt at war colleges, passing on ancient martial traditions, or directly through blood and sweat on the battlefield. You have developed a mastery of tactics of historical significance, letting you choose one of the following doctrines. Okay. Vanguard, shock and awe, mastermind, grand strategy, or insurgent asymmetric warfare. Ooh, okay. Okay, so you've learned the tactics and stratagems of the heroes of ancient history, letting you lead from the front lines of battle and seek victory through sheer force of will and personality. You gain a skill from the interpersonal skill group. Oh, nice. Okay. Interpersonal over here. The problem is with interpersonal, can I use what skill do I use for interpersonal? Oh, you can choose any of them.
personally, it's one of them.
Yeah, because they mentioned that in the first one. I just didn't realize that was a full rule. I love that. Oh, that's phenomenal. So I don't have to feel like I'm stuck in having to pick a skill because it's not what like my agility is bad, you know, like I could be good at jumping and bad at agility. Like that. Oh, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, mastermind. You have an encyclopedic knowledge of warfare, viewing the battlefield as a game board, and seeking victory by thinking multiple steps ahead of your opponents. You gain a skill from the lore skill group. This is what I would do. I would be thinking of this for sure. Yeah. An insurgent. Doing your duty, playing fair, and dying honorably in battle is your opponent's job. By contrast, you'll do whatever it takes to keep your allies alive. You gain the skill from the intrigue skill group. Okay. And your choice of doctrine determines many of the features you gain from this class. I think mastermind works for me. I'm very intrigued by the idea of viewing the battlefield as a chess game. I think it's awesome. I'm going to go with mastermind. Okay, so my ancestry is Hakan. We have 0 experience, right? We're just starting from base.
Yep.
Tactician. And then I haven't chosen a career yet or a culture, but renown. How much renown did we get? Nothing yet?
Yeah. You start with 0. There are like some careers that will give you...
Ah, right. Okay. Can I put my subclass in next to the class? Like Tactician, comma,
Yeah,
Mastermind?
just in brackets or in or comma. Yeah.
Yeah. Tactician, Mastermind. Awesome. And I get a skill from the lore skill group. I'll pick this later, like I said. Class skills. Oh god, I hate this. Can I move? Can this move a little bit? Oh no, it can't. Oh god.
Yes, interface and no. Yes.
Let me.
You can click on pop out. You can.
Oh, you have the
maybe
pop out
it'll
module. Maybe it'll be better.
Make stuff a bit easier for you.
Nope, it's not better. All right, let's pop that back in. Okay, class skills, subclass skill. Okay. Right, and then the Ring of Steel panics others but brings order to your mind, granting you a heroic resource called Focus. Okay, so my class resource is Focus. Interesting.
Yeah. So in your resource, put name Focus.
Yeah, where do I... Wait. Where's that?
It's
Speed, stability, reach.
under
resource.
speed,
There we go, there we go,
stability,
there we go.
resource. Yeah.
All right, focus. Oh, cool! It puts its own, does its own thing there. Okay. Right, focus in combat. When a combat encounter begins, you gain focus equal to your victories. At the start of your turn in combat, you gain 2 focus. The first time in a round an ally attacks a target you've marked, you gain 1 focus. When combat ends, your focus drops to 0. Okay, so only in combat when I get this. Oh, but there's also outside of combat. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this somewhere so that I can remember it.
Yeah.
These are active abilities, right, that I click to roll. So I would put these in features,
Yeah,
right?
so it's probably features.
probably good for features. Okay. Focus in combat. Lovely. Good to know. I will... Oh. Okay. Just make that nice. Okay. Done. Cool. Focus outside of combat. You can't gain focus outside of combat. You can use your heroic abilities and effects that cost focus without spending it. Whenever you use an ability or effect that costs focus outside of combat, you can't use that same ability or effect again outside of combat again until you gain at least one victory or finish a respite. Okay. If you use an ability that lets you spend unlimited discipline on its effect out of combat, you can use it as if you'd spent an amount of focus on it equal to your victories. Sorry. My brain died. Let me read that again.
Just in case it's like very
rare. Like this is just situational abilities that might give you that. Okay, cool. It's just a catch-all for like an ability you might have. Okay, focus out of combat. This has been a lot of fun. I hope everyone else in chat has enjoyed this much more chilled tabletop stream. I love this kind of stuff. Making characters is super interesting to me. Okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot to put this in. I gotta put this in. Let's do this. Boop, boop. And...
So, victories is... It's your victories. Like, as you go, you... Like
as you win things?
Win fights, yeah.
Okay.
And so... As far as it goes, the better you become, and on the respite, they become 0 and transfer into XP.
Okay, cool. Okay, so first level tactical doctrine features. So as a mastermind, I get studied commander. Okay. Your encyclopedic knowledge of the history of battle lets you apply that knowledge to current challenges. While you are with them, any hero treats the Discover Lore project related to a war or battle as one category cheaper, with projects seeking common lore becoming free, but still requiring a respite activity to complete. See research and crafting in future packets for information. I don't know if this will be really valid during a one-shot, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Additionally, if you have a reasonable amount of time before combat encounter negotiation, and you have at least one clue or rumor regarding the encounter, you can make a reason test as a respite activity. The following test results apply. So this is more for planning in advance, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. I hope we'll get to use it, but if we don't, it's okay. Like, don't worry. I think
it might be useful.
Okay. The following test results apply to a combat encounter. The director tells you the number of creatures. Yo! The director tells you the number and level, and when the encounter begins, all enemies are surprised. Phenomenal.
I don't like that. Hey.
Oh, that's so good. I love this shit. Okay, I'll tell you, this is the kind of class shit that I love because it lets me get shit from you. You get to tell me stuff about things that you didn't normally get to tell me. I love it.
That's not fair.
It's my little peek behind the curtain power. I fucking love these abilities. This is why I picked Tacticians, because we get to just kind of, how many guys are over there? Okay, the next one is, the following test results apply to a negotiation. Ooh. The director tells you 3 different motivations, one of which is one of the NPC's motivations, and the other 2 are not. The director tells you one of the NPC's motivations, and you and your allies gain an edge on tests made to influence NPCs during the negotiation. Cool as fuck. That is awesome. Okay, so do I put this under features as well? This is also a feature, right?
This would go under ability thing because it rolls. It makes a roll.
Oh, it rolls. Okay, cool. Okay, so ability template. Right. Oh, there's no description though. Let me write this down for later. Yeah. It's fine. Let me do this for later.
Yeah, okay.
So this is called, we'll do class abilities. Okay. I just want to read it But for now, this will be good. And then a doctrine triggered action. Yes.
Yeah, I can add description field to it. So it's...
You can't. What about the description field?
Yeah, I can add it later, not now.
Okay. Hold on. All right, let's do doctrine triggered action. Your doctrine grants you a triggered action as shown on the Tactician triggered actions table. I get Overwatch. Ooh, okay. Wait, so parry, Overwatch, dirty tricks, and then... But then why is advanced tactics here? Do I just get this?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, no. They've this is a typo. This is dirty tricks.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just called advanced tactics for the insurgent. But the Vanguard gets parry and the Mastermind gets Overwatch. So Overwatch, under your direction, an ally waits for just the right moment to strike. Oh, you get to ready. Oh. Keywords are ranged. It's triggered. And basically, when the target moves, at any point during the target's movement, an ally can make a free strike against the target. It's fucking sick. And you can slow them. Okay, cool. Okay, and then there's a field arsenal. Oh, this is for my kit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You...
Field arsenal, mark,
basically
strike
have
now,
two
and tactician
kits
abilities.
set up
Okay.
now.
Alright, so field... Hold on. Yeah, so I get field arsenal. I'm just gonna say the whole class. I'll just do this later. I'll do the details later. But
Okay.
it's nice to read about. I think because I'm out of time, that's why. Alright, but I have a lot of weapons, and I can... Oh, I can get both kits? Yo! Damn, I get 2 kits! That's crazy! I like that. That's fun. Okay. Oh, you can mark people. The target is marked. When attacking a marked target, you and each of your allies get a damage surge. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, this is so sick. Yeah, I like this a lot. Oh, I can use focus. I can use so much focus. Oh, I'm so excited. So here, as much as I really enjoy cinematic, like not rules heavy combat, I'm such a huge fan of like how these sorts of rules work in combat. Like there's a little bit of complexity, but I really like that complexity. It's like scratching an itch in my brain. Really, really cool.
Hey.
I love this. Okay. Cool. Then you get strike now. The target makes a signature attack as a free triggered action, and that's it. Sick. Okay. I can make 2 allies do it. That's fun. And then Tactician abilities, your kit signature ability, heroic abilities. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Okay, and then second level feature I get later. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So, class, kit, add free strikes, complication, details, make connections, and then that's it. And that's all I need to do. So... that's draw steel, I guess. We've done, I've made a good character concept. I just need to flesh out the details. But I hope that's sufficient for you to work with something for now, Arachizi. And then once I've read through the rules and kind of figured out what I need to do, I will finish this character sheet fully, and then you'll have the full details for me.
Hey.
So yeah. Oh man, this is exciting. I can't wait to completely undermine your encounters.
Okay.
I don't like adversarial games. I don't like the GM versus the players. I will fuck your world up. Everything you know about your encounters will be gone. I'm just kidding. I think this is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited to like survey battlefields and like move people around in tactics, and oh, so cool. It'll be like my little strategy game. I'm gonna be playing RTS with the other players. It's gonna be great. All right. Well, Taters is definitely asleep. So
that was awesome. So much fun. I had a blast, you guys.
Not asleep.
Taters definitely slept through all of that, I think.
The entire thing.
Oh.
Literally, warm fuzzy dog put me straight up. I was like, a cozy. I'll just.
Well, through you,
Yeah.
Taters, you have ensured.
I just woke up to you being chaotic just now.
Oh no.
Through you.
To sleep, so I'm saying.
I just
Through
threw a nap.
you have allowed us to purchase a galleon, so that's your purpose for staying up all night. It's not about listening to the D&D game. It's about buying us a
Keeping the boat
galleon.
afloat.
Yep, keeping the boat afloat. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm not a team player.
Exactly. What a lovely stream that was. Thanks, Taters, for
watched
being
the
such a
stream.
big part of it. And
Yep.
yeah.
The best streams are the ones where I talk the most.
17 plus seems like a pretty tough roll, though. Yeah, it's a 2d10 system, and you plus 2. Like, if... So, I guess, like... So, maximum 22? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
There's a pretty reasonable chance of success, I think, of like a 17 plus. Yeah. Love that work is having contractors come in to do work that requires them to tape off pretty much every door for the break room while we're still here and working. That's crazy. They started setting up before our final breaks. That's kind of how it felt. Dude, that literally feels like no breaks. Like you just can't take breaks. That's insane. Damn. Anyway.
Wow.
This system, Draw Steel, sounds like something I could do a campaign in easily. I'm really interested. I can tell as I read through it, I can tell that it's in the early stages. I can tell that a lot of their I haven't looked at the other classes in detail, but when they say this isn't a tactics RPG, I look at the tactician's like abilities and I go, maybe it kind of is. If you play a tactician, it looks like it's going to be pretty heavy on strategy when I like based on the game, that the way that I'm going to play my character. But I'm still focused on the cinematic aspect of what that's going to look like in the game. So that's going to be cool. And yeah, I think it's such a, I think one of the most...
Wasn't tactics one of the keywords?
No, tactical is, they said it is a tactical game, but they said that like...
It's not a war game.
They said it's not a war game. That's what I mean. Sorry. So I didn't mean like it's not tactical, because tactical is literally one of their keywords. I meant like... Yeah, I meant
It's
like...
I only listened to 2 parts of the stream and they are now contradicting and I'm very confused.
You're sleep deprived. Just you're hallucinating everything. I didn't say anything. Yeah, I meant like cinematic. So you said, so you're right. Cinematic, tactical, heroics, right? So yes, tactical is the good. I love the tactical part so far. I'm really enjoying it. What I mean is like they make it. They try and explain it really clearly that don't worry, the game is not all fully like heavy tactics. And I'm like, but it's okay if it is. Like, it's fine if you have a lot of rules in this So I understand that they're trying to... I definitely understand that they're trying to make newer players feel more welcome in this, which I appreciate. But I do think that this is going to be quite rules heavy, especially with a tactician. I think there are going to be a lot of times that we kind of scroll through the book and feel like, oh, what does this ability do, etc. So we'll see how that works as we go on. But if I know the rules well enough, I should be okay. I think I will make sure that I know my rules well enough so that you don't have to, as a GM, you don't have to like look through the rulebook constantly for my stuff.
I will
I'm
make
sure
you do
we'll
everything
figure
fine.
out something on the fly if something will break.
Oh yeah. We can just make an improv ruling for sure. Yeah.
Wing it.
I'm a big fan of, like I said, based on the tactics, I'm a big fan of the tactical potential, especially of a character surrounding the tactics. Like the tactician as a class seems incredibly interesting. I'm so looking forward to it. But also, reading the blurb of the other classes sounded like any one of them could be awesome. I will say I'm not really one for like my first pick for classes is never going to be a cleric paladin, like never. It's never my first pick. So those were really not like the ones that I gravitated towards, but the null, the shadow, the elementalist, the talent, like those kind of so cool to me. For me, I really connect easily to those kinds of classes.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really excited for what you guys are going to pick, Alfred and Taters. And if the rest of you are looking for a kind of ship security heroic tactical fantasy adventure to do as a one-shot with Arachizi next week Sunday, then tell her in Discord and we'll make it happen. There's only one slot left, so send her a DM and you can be player number 4.
I will leave door for me open. Maybe one slot left open.
No, don't.
I will have to think about it.
I have to say, do not do 2 slots, please. I'm saying one specifically.
No, I mean 1, maybe 0.
Oh, maybe 0. Yeah. Okay, so this is not 100%
if I
guarantee.
say no, like it's...
Yeah.
Fair.
Please prepare yourself for a no, because she could be like, actually, no, 3 is enough, and that's perfectly fine. So be prepared for that. But if you like this idea and you ask her, at least, she has already said that at least you can go and ask her in DMs and be like, I'd like
Feel
to
free
join.
to ask, but
Yeah.
if you say no, it's not on you.
I think one of the of course it wouldn't be anything personal. Yeah. You're right.
It's me. It's really me. If she
I'm-
says no, it's because of me.
I don't want an extra player because I don't like you. That's what you'll say. So, the other thing I really
I don't want an extra
enjoyed.
player because I can't put up with taters.
Yeah, pretty much. I really like the other. There were other things that made a good impression on me. Especially, I like the culture idea. I like the career idea. Like the way that they've done backgrounds and the way you can build your character is really interesting. I'm looking forward to going into that in detail. I don't know. I think this has a lot of potential for being something really good. Yeah. I am personally, as much as I love. There's something that scratches my brain about rules heavy TTRPG systems. I am in a point in my life where I love, like they were talking about the cinematic aspect of it. I am really gravitating towards only using as many rules as is necessary for smooth fun. And as smooth as possible, and as long as that smoothness is maintained, then I'm happy. So I'm hoping that will happen here. But I guess we'll see. It will only know when we play it. So I'll be able to give you my full review once we finish the game and once my first impressions next tabletop stream. Yeah.
Next tabletop stream.
So
Chase is a horrible GM. Never play with
just you wait. I've reserved an entire section of the next tabletop stream for the GM review of Arachizi.
Yeah, so before you play, you have to go over your hard limits. Afterwards, MJ has this very thorough 97-part grading system.
Yes. I have a review, a performance review at the end.
0 to 10 for all 97 parts. So
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
saying.
You better bring your A game. I'm gonna be watching and
Poor
listening to everything.
Adequate.
You know how when
if
you
score less than 80, you're banished from the community.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
You know how when you are when you're a GM, you already have an anxiety brewing in you of I really hope I do a good job. I really hope they like me. I'm just gonna feed that anxiety by telling you I will be listening to every word that comes out of your mouth, and I will be judging you harshly on each thing.
I don't know if it helps, but apparently I didn't listen to anything MJ said this entire stream. So,
Please
you can decide what
don't.
you think is better.
Please don't listen to me at all. I'm not like this. I'm absolutely the opposite. I can't wait to do this. I'm so excited. But
I'm
also
jazzed.
My
I don't know what's happening,
excitement,
but I'm so here for it.
my excitement is not based on expectations that I've placed on you. My excitement is based on me finally getting to be a player and the character that I'm going to build. And so you have nothing to prove to me as a GM. You just have to do what you think is cool, and I will probably also think it's cool. So please, I hereby relieve you of pressure. As if it worked like that. As if it wasn't something that had to come from inside you. But I hope that I can make you feel more accommodated and comfortable during the game, because I'm just so happy to be a player. I really love this opportunity. And I know how important it is. I know how important it is for a GM to... I didn't even hear it, but I'm breezing right past it as if they didn't say anything. I know how important it is for a GM to like feel more secure, so I will provide you with as much security as I can.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't actually remember what you said, but when I asked you earlier, like, how much GM experience do you actually have?
Oh, I've GM'd since I think like 2015, maybe.
Jesus.
Mostly like D&D, and like on and off it wasn't like every week.
Wow.
Then like last 2-3 years, almost none. I GM'd one World campaign. It went horribly.
Okay, so you've done one campaign, and
so like mostly homebrew campaigns, and like
okay, nice.
and Call of Cthulhu sometimes one shots. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, wow. So you've got quite a lot of experience under your belt then, yeah.
Lower your expectations.
No expectations. It's fine.
I don't have any expectations. I'm making a comment on how you have experience, but that doesn't translate to how you work with us as players. I'm treating it as a completely new thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
Everything is...
You know, if you look at it this way, MJ sets the bar so low, you'll be good. Everything MJ does is just like so low. You can't help it. Aren't you glad I woke up?
Good morning, Taters.
Can I use my tactician abilities to throw Taters' character into the line of fire and like purposefully make them move around and...
Yeah.
I used to have a D&D character that we built as a halfling, and we named them Poe, and their last name was Taters, and they used to be thrown into the fray, and the person throwing would yell, "Potato cannon!"
No, I'm not throwing you to be fun and quirky. I'm throwing you so that you can get killed. I want you to die.
Oh no!
Hopefully in game too.
You said, yeah, both is ideal. You said this. You said that with such incredible conviction that I really, something inside me went, damn, they really do feel that way.
If I felt that way, it wouldn't be funny.
That's fair.
Um,
I'm already so nervous for die, brother. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped to be a dick. Tater.
Pump up the dick, pump the dick. Wait. What?
What? Go to bed, you fool. I'm legit so jazzed just to hang out with friends. If we get to tell a story together while we do it, then I'm thrilled. No expectation of fun. I agree. I'm with you. I definitely, that's what I'm about. For those interested in Die, how long of a game would you like? Yes.
Yes. Just all three of us agree.
I would really love a full campaign, but my life is on, like, in full limbo, so I can't commit to anything long-term, I'm afraid. But when you finally do decide to do it, like, it'll probably be next year sometime, then maybe if I'm in a more stable place, if I've decided on a place to live, then I'd be down for a full campaign. 100%. I think I'm okay being a player and a GM. Like, if I'm going to have two things, then I'll be player and GM. Like, that'll be good. I would love to play and die. That'd be super cool. Okay, I want to go to
Very
bed. Thank you, everyone, for doing this with me. It's a lovely
I just
intro
woke up.
to Draw Steel. Good morning, Taters. And time to start a day. Hope you're not tired.
Oh,
And-
no, I'm going to bed.
I will also like while you all stay here. Like if you need
Yes.
any help with character creation and stuff, like
I will be messaging you.
feel free to
I-
like message me. We can jump
Yes.
into a call. Like
I will be messaging you many times for lots of things. So don't,
I ask too many questions, so just
no, it's
Get
good.
ready.
Ask away. Yeah.
that is true. So just make sure you keep
It's
a roll
true.
of newspaper on hand so you can bap them just when
smack me with. Yeah.
when a couple of hit them right in
case I
the
have an
center of the
accident.
nose. It's
Whatever.
It's like a shark. Anyway, I can do a full campaign. You can leap in and out if
Donna.
necessary. Oh, dude.
Donna,
Oh. Stop.
Donna, Donna, Donna.
Stop tempting me, Alfred. Stop dangling a carrot in front of my face that I might be a player
Do
in the
it.
campaign again. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, everyone. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. And I'm going to check on my Sea of Thieves galleon. But for now, I'm going to leave.
Oh my god.
Goodbye. That was lovely. I really like the energy of this. I'm really happy that we get to do some cool TTRPG stuff. I can't wait to tell you all how it's going to go and to give you my reviews and impressions of how the system works. And I can't wait to give Arachizi my GM performance review so you can all know exactly what it's like. It's going to be so sick. Don't forget my Taters and Alphyr's player performance reviews that are also going to come out as well after the one shot. So, with a week left, we're not going to broadcast the one shot, but I will tell you about it as we go. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. If you like Draw Steel, go consider donating to the Patreon and become a patron, and you can have access to the PDF as well. And if you want to play, message Arachizi and she might give you a spot. But she also might not, depending on how much she likes you. And that will be the only factor. Consider that. Make sure that you take good care of yourselves. Be kinder to yourself than you're currently being. Drink enough water. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you in the next stream. New week on Tuesday when we do it all over again. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.